Hi there, welcome to another Groove of the Week with myself, Colin, on Andertons TV. And today we're going to look at more of a kind of fill concept, but we're going to look at the Ringo Starr groove from Come Together. Let's have a look at the groove first, and then I'll show you what we're going to look at. So firstly, before we go into the groove and concept idea, I wanted to just have a little look at the gear that we're using today. We've got the Natal Cafe Racer. It's a beautiful kit in this kind of mahogany finish here. Then if we move over to our snare, we've got the Brooklyn. It's a 14 by 6.5 chrome over brass. Brilliant for those kind of ghost notes, and a fat crack, which probably isn't quite applicable for the Beatles, but I love this snare drum, so ha. Now, if we go up to the cymbals, we're all with K's today. So we've got a 13 dark custom hats, which are, super sharp for that. Beautiful. And then we've got a 18 dark custom and a 21 sweet ride. Now the sweet rides are beautiful, probably most recent cymbals. I'll show you what I wanted to look at. Effectively, within that groove, you've got your first kind of triplet orientated parts. And after the hi-hats, when he's coming over to his toms, we've got 10 triplet notes that we can look at. And what I wanted to try and do is apply different ideas to come up with different fill ideas. So the first one I wanted to look at was going to be a group of 3 involving your right hand, left hand, and then foot afterwards. So if we applied the same concept, let's have a look. And then with it actually in the groove. So then what you could do is start to take that around the kit, start to kind of, experiment with your freedom, see what you like and see what you don't like. So I'm going to have a little experiment around. Let's have a look. So there's a nice idea to kind of get you started. So what you could do as well is you could just reverse the sticking. So now we're going to go left, right, and then foot. So let's have a look at that. So again, that switched sticking does give you a kind of different contrast around the kit. What you could also do is effectively what we're trying to do is milk an idea for everything it's worth. So with this, we're now going to displace it slightly. So instead of it going right, left foot, we're going to go right foot, left. So the bass drum now appears on the trip rather than the let. Let's have a look at this. Similarly with the other one, let's see if we can take it around the kit a bit more. So again, flip that sticking round. So some quite cool ideas there. So we'll do this bass drum one more time, and this time what will happen is the bass drum will appear on the 1, 2, and 3, effectively if that's how you're counting those triplets. So like so, and then right, left. So again, in context with the groove, I'll just take it around the kit immediately. So, and now again, flip the sticking. So now it's going to be bass, left, right. So some more cool ideas. So if we wanted to expand those ideas even further, we can then start to look at kind of splitting between kind of a grouping of 4. So we're going to go right, left, and then 2 on the feet. So this is a little bit tricky because it starts to kind of overlap the bar. So it's kind of like technically a 4/3 pattern. So I'll just show you the pattern by itself. So you're ending with the left hand. So let's look at that inside the groove. quite important with this one to ensure that you still feel the triplet orientation. So similar as to the other ones, let's try it with our left hand leading. Okay, so again, you could apply this displacement with that, shifting along, but we're going to look at another idea just to kind of speed things along. So what I wanted to do now is look at the 6-stroke roll, followed by, because the 6-stroke roll, when it's completed, if I just quickly show you, it's 7 notes. So what we need is that extra 3. And what you can do is just play that half repeat. And what I mean by that is after you've done your second right accent, you're following it with another double on the left and then another right accent. So let's have a look at that. And in context with the groove. So what we can do as well is start to bring in some of those doubles inside. So what you could do is have a double instead of that last grouping of on the left hand, the last double on the left hand, sorry. So let's have a look at that just on the snare. Or you could replace one of the other doubles, so maybe the first double. Or the second double. And then effectively try and take that around the kit as much as possible as you can. What we're going to do this time is I'm just going to play you out. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope this has been helpful. Really do experiment as much as you physically can, because this is the only way that you kind of personalize your own drum beats and expand your library as much as possible. I'm going to try and start to lose myself in those fills, and we'll see you next time.